Hey guys, it's Sarah. If you want to know how I got this really pretty cranberry inspired fall eyeshadow look, then just keep on watching. The first thing that I do to start off my eyeshadow is use NYX's eyeshadow base all over my eyelid all the way up to my brow bone, or almost to my brow bone, and NYX's HD Studio finishing powder. And I just put a little bit on each of my eyelids just to take away that the stickiness from the eyeshadow base. Since the eyeshadow that I'm going to do today is very red toned and cranberry colored, I'm going to be starting off by using the shade Rebirth on the Lime Crime Venus 1 palette just as my transition shade. The next shade that I'm using is Venus. I'm going in with the shade Muse next. For this next shade, just because I want my crease to be a little tiny bit darker, I'm actually going to be going into the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette and using the shade Mud, which is just a warm chocolate brown. For the inner part of my eyelid, I'm going to be using the shade Hustle from ColourPop. And for the outer part of my eyelid out here, I'm going to be using the shade Beverly from ColourPop. I'm taking the shade Porter, also from ColourPop, and I'm just going to use that right in the center. And I'm going to be taking the shade Rebirth again and going right in the inner corner up here, and then just blend it out toward the middle. And then I'm going back into Venus and placing that right in the middle. And then once again, I'm going back into the color Muse, popping that right in this outer area. And then to connect these two little parts right here, I'm going to be going back to the shade Venus. And then to darken up this little area just very slightly, I'm going back into the shade Muse, again with this little brush. And then going back into the shade Mud, that chocolate brown color from the Venus 2 palette, I'm going to darken up the very outer corner just a little bit more. And now I'm moving on to highlight. I'm going to be taking the shade Shell from the Venus 1 palette. And then for the inner corners, I'm going to be taking the shade Shell. Now, just to make the inner corner highlight pop a little tiny bit more, I'm going to be going in with the shade Aura. Okay guys, so that wraps up my tutorial. I finished it off with some blush and highlighting and contouring and a lip color, and I will have all those things listed in the description box below if you want to check them out. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next week.